Alan Turing really is a great deal better known than he was 10, 20, 30 years ago. There are plenty of reasons for that. He's appeared in the press, he's appeared on stage, he's appeared in cinema, he's appeared in government pardons, and I could go on. But I think there's a great deal more to the man than the general public might actually be aware of. I think it would be trite to say that he's revered within computer science, although it would be perfectly true to say that he's respected probably above all others in the history of our discipline, and there are plenty of reasons for that. His work at Bletchley Park is pretty well documented these days, very accurately, and he deserves a lot of credit for that. His tangle with the law of the time is also reasonably well documented, and a lot of people understand that as well. Beyond that, we could say that Alan Turing is the father of artificial intelligence. He made one of the most significant mathematical breakthroughs of the century prior to the Second World War. Many would regard him as the father of bioinformatics. His, in fact, most cited paper is in that area, and that's not very well known at all. So it gave me enormous pleasure some 3 years ago, I think, to come across Catherine Hughes and her play To Kill a Machine, where she managed to put a take on a part of his biography which really hasn't very much seen the light of day. It's an extraordinarily clever piece of work in bringing out part of his personal history, part that is relatively well known, and gluing it to his material on what a machine can and can't do. So I can remember being part of the early readings. In fact, I had the great honour to stage a reading, I think, before the play ever saw the stage. And since that time, of course, it's been performed, I think it's not exaggerated to say, to acclaim in more than one place in Wales. And a particularly interesting thing about those stagings of the play was the proportion of the audience that were card-carrying academic scientists, and I'll probably get into trouble for saying this. These people don't always appear in theatre auditoria, and it was very interesting to speak to them afterwards and find, I think it's fair to say, unanimously positive reaction. So I'm delighted to commend a play which presents an aspect, a take on Turing's life, which hasn't yet been seen on stage or cinema more widely, which has received very positive support from the people who really take the man as one of their gods. I don't think that's an exaggeration.